Dear students, today I welcome you in your next class of Formula Function chapter of your book. Today we are going to discuss with different other topics which has been given in the book. You can see in front of your screen or on the window in the video I've shown you this Excel sheet I created. The first column represents the roll number, second column represents the name, third column shows the maths marks, B column shows the English marks, and E Hindi. There are other categories I have created here: total, percentage, bonus, sports, and whenever you will move in the sheet 2, there is another one category I created here as activity. Later I will use all these particular functions, all these particular column values while explaining the different topics which has been given in the book. Now I am coming one by one each in this particular class, whatever the different topics we are going to cover. The first topic is cell range. What is cell range actually? The continuous cell addresses or cell blocks you are selecting, that will be termed as cell range. It will be lies always in the form of rectangle. See what I am doing here? I am selecting the entire marks of maths, English and Hindi block, and you will see these are the different continuous cells I am selecting here. That's being also called as an range. Now these range can be used in doing calculations in the total or in the percentage. These are always just present in the form of rectangular blocks. It may be the entire column can be also taken as a range. A collection of different number of cells together can be also taken as a range. Now see how I am doing and how I am utilizing these range in the formulas. See, I am going to find the total marks of Anil of maths, English and Hindi. You will see here I am applying a function which is being predefined in Excel, that is the sum function. It is used to find the sum of the desired cell addresses or cell range that you are going to give inside this particular bracket, that is called parenthesis. Now see here I am starting the Anil. The first marks of Anil is given in which cell address? That is C4. So whenever you will going to select this particular cell, you will find that C4 is being already just what mentioned in this particular block, in this particular brackets or parenthesis. After it we are just what using that colon, and the last cell you will going to you are going to select that one for doing the addition. So it is being E4 I selected. Manually also it can be done. C4 you can directly type here E4, close the parenthesis. Again I am just mentioning here in this Excel, during while whenever you are using these functions, these are not called brackets, these are called parentheses. After pressing enter, you will find that it finds the sum of these particular three subject marks of Anil. Now how I have done this one? Whenever you will click on this formula bar, you will find there is mentioning certain formula, a function which I utilize to find the sum. So in this block, whenever I am double clicking on in this particular cell also, you will find that C4 colon E4 is given. This is actually the range I am using to find the sum. So this is all about the range, and this is all how you can utilize any cell range in a formula. Now suppose a condition is being given that you have to find the entire sum of these particular values in this cell. So how you are going to do that one? Either we have to use the formula by adding C4, C5, C6, C7, D4 like that one, or Excel provides you a wonderful feature that you can rename any range, or you can define any name to a range, and without putting a colon you can go for the calculation of that particular range directly. See what I am doing. I am selecting this particular numbers together. I am going on the formulas menu option. There is a name which is given, define name. Either you can go from here and you will give a name, or either select this one. There is right button click. There is an other, just what, there is also certain option which is being given as define name. It can be from the right click, or it can be from the formula menu. So give a name to it. Here name, mention maths. Suppose I am mentioning maths. If you're not just what mentioning other one, if you want to give your name also, suppose I am giving Anuj. Now I am just what clicking here OK, and I want to find the sum of entire these particular block numbers in this particular cell. So by defining a name to a range, it is very easy to find the what sum. See how, equals to, apply the function sum, and no need to mention the colon and the cell addresses inside it. You will directly only write the name of the range which you define in that column or in that menu option. See how I've given the name Anuj, so I have write here as an Anuj, and just what, closing the parenthesis, opening parenthesis is this, and closing parenthesis is this. Now I'm pressing enter. You will find that the sum of the entire range is being just available, not applying any further complications in the formula by writing the different cell addresses or references. Only we utilize what? The range name. So this is how the range can be utilized in formulas and function. Now Excel provides you variety of what? Freedom to do the calculation and variety of options to do the calculation. Now I am going to tell you certain things about the referencing. What is referencing? In Excel, actually the cell addresses which are going to use inside the formula or the functions, that are being just what called as cell references. And there are three different ways with which these referencing of the cells can be done in the formula and function. The first one is the relative reference. What is the meaning of relative reference? I will show you with an example. First of all, listen my voice what I am saying. Relative reference is that particular reference which relates the first formula or the function you applied in a block to the other cells or to the other blocks where you want to try to apply the same formula in the same manner. But what will going to happen? It will going to change the addresses according to their need. So that is what actually called as relative reference. You will find the exact definition. We will provide you the PDF file for that one. So coming on how we are going to do relative reference and how it makes our work very easy. Now see, I'm going to find the Anil total marks in this particular total cell. So what I'm going to, you know guys, I have given it already, starting with C4 colon, and what is the last cell address? You can just what, without typing also, you can only click this cell address. It will going to be applicable there. Close the brackets. You will see that one, it finds the sum. Now how relative reference will going to act? There are three types of mouse pointers which will be visible on the screen. This is what the doctor's plus sign, it is being visible on the screen. Whenever you are clicking on this, whenever you are moving this mouse pointer to this particular small rectangle area at the corner, you will see different type of pluses formed. Click left mouse button, press the left mouse button, don't release the button, and drag it towards from up to where you want to find the answers or the totals of the other subject. Leave the button. You will see that with the reference of the first function or the formula for the calculation and applied, it going to be applicable for the other one where I am dragging here. That is being just called as relative reference. I'm showing you also Here, double click on, you will find that I apply here the formula C4 colon E4, that is the cell reference I have given. Now see, in the second one, I have not given any one. I have just dragged that one. You will find that the cell addresses in the second row, it will automatically going to change. Not the function name, not the parenthesis, not the equals to, only the cell addresses change. This is all about the relative reference. While using this relative reference, you can it just ease your work for the long process where you want to find the calculation. Now I'm going to tell you how to find the percentage equals to which cell addresses contains the total. That is what? Good. You're just what you're predicting right. That is F4. After it, divide symbol will be there. That is called forward slash also in computers. Give the number of subjects if it is being given in out of 100. So it is 50, it is 50. How many columns? There are 3 columns which carries the marks. So we will divide this particular one by 3 and you will find the percentage of the above what? Anil total marks or Anil percentage you are just going to see on the screen. Again we are applying this relative reference, and with the relative reference we are able to find the other percentage in a very easy manner. This is what's relative reference. The second referencing today we will just going to discuss is known as absolute reference. What is the meaning of absolute? Absolute in common language in computers, if we will talk about absolute, it is fixed. Suppose I'm giving as a principal or as a owner of the school or coordinator of that particular block from where these students are studying, I am giving one what? Freedom. That is the bonus marks, sports bonus marks. Suppose I just what? I announce that one, these sports 5 bonus marks going to be added in every total of the entire students who just what? Being present on this sheet. So you will see that one, this 5 cell address is going to be just utilized while finding the total of these particular 4 students, and you will see that one, this is the fixed cell address or the value which contains 5 and I have to utilize that one. So I'm showing you how absolute referencing will be done. You don't have to do a lot thing inside it. Double click on it. Sum is already there. Only go for there. One more plus. I'm adding the sports what bonus marks in every student. See how? There is no other particular block which carries the marks in this sports category. There is a single block which is fixed and I want to use this fixed block each and every relative reference. How it will be done? How it will be done? So by putting the $sign before the cell address of this particular block which carries the 5 marks of sports, that is I4 $I, and after it again we will just what? Go for $4. So the $sign before the column name, that is I, before the row, that is what? That is row 4. Now I am applying this one. Earlier the total was might be 190. You will see a change. Now you will see the total of this Anil is going to increase by 5 marks. That is what? 195. After it, whenever I am dragging it, you will see the 5 marks going to be added in each of the totals of these students. What is the difference? While previously I said that when in relative reference, the addresses of the cell while dragging going to be changed. But what is the case when it is absolute? Absolute is being just what? A case where the cell addresses while dragging will not going to change. You see here, double clicking on it, this is fixed where I just what? Given the $sign before these I4 cell addresses. So for making anything absolute in the formula and function, you have to go for what? $sign before the column and before the row. Now we are coming on the next one, that is called mixed referencing. What is mixed referencing? Mixed referencing is such referencing in which it is, you can say it is a combination of relative as well as absolute. Whether in absolute only the cell address of a particular block is just what? Fixed. But when there is a case that either I have to fix the column, that is H or I or G, whatever I want, or either a row I want to fix, not the column, or either a column is to be fixed, not the row, then it is a combination of what? Relative as well as the absolute reference. This is a case of mixed referencing. I am showing how it will be done. Bonus is additional bonus marks is being given in these particular cell addresses, that is H4, H5, H6 and H7. But there is a category that I have to give the bonus 5 marks to Anil only. Sunil I have to give 10 marks. Sanjay I have to give 20 marks. Mohit I have to give 30 marks. So you are seeing that when the column of this particular where the bonus is defined is fixed, but the row according to the students going to change. So if column is fixed, it is a case of absolute. If row is not fixed, it is a case of relative. That's why it is being called as mixed referencing. Now I am showing how it will be done. Double click another one. I am just removing this one. Bonus marks. I am applying what? How a mixed referencing is done. Whatever the thing that you want to fix, before that particular address, you have to put a $sign. See how? I want to fix this column because row is going to change in the bonus, but the columns is fixed. So before the column, I am putting a $sign, H here, and after it, what? The cell address which is being mentioned here, that is what? 4. So I am not fixing it. So $sign is kept, just what? Kept before the column. So column is fixed, but row is not fixed. So row is in relative, column is in absolute. So this cell address is a case of what? Mixed referencing. See the difference. I am pressing enter key. Now you will see the total is 195. I am applying another one. See here, the dramatically all these particular patterns change. See how? 60 plus 60, 120, 50, 1 what? 70 and 10 marks. This bonus is being given, that is what? 180. You will see here also 40 and 70, 110, 110, 40, 150 and 20 is. See the difference. Double click on this. This is what? The 5 is applicable here. Whenever I am moving, double click on this. See here, the H is fixed, but 5, that is row number is changed. So this is a case of mixed referencing. Now, the last topic for today is what? That is how to do the referencing using other sheet of the same worksheet. See how I am going to tell you. Now see, this is the bonus I awarded here in this particular column. Sheet 2 having an extra bonus which I mentioned here in the form of activity. Now see here, which cell address contains the value? That is A2. Now sheet referencing in this case, how it will be done? I will explain here. Double click here. Again add here plus. Name the sheet. Name the sheet which contains the value, which is going to be added in sheet 1, that is sheet 2. Sheet 2, I have given exclamatory marks you have to mention. This is the rule which you have to follow while taking a value to add in another sheet, from sheet 1 to sheet 2 or sheet 2 to sheet 3. A2 value is there. So going on this, actually it is sheet 2. Pressing the enter key, you will find that the 5 marks of this particular sheet is going to be added in this one. Earlier it was of 195, now it is 200.
If you like the video, just give me a comment, share and subscribe it. Thank you. Now that's all for today class. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe.